Most cases close themselves. A widow's ring, gone from a drawer she swore was locked. Her nephew sat beside her, arms crossed. I didn't ask. My eyes drifted, and a pale band of skin on his wrist told me what the drawer never would.
I said one sentence. You don't wear rings, but your finger does. The case ended before he could deny it.
After they left, I touched my father's necklace, looked at his photograph, and put both away. Grief is patient. So am I.
That night, the rain began. An email arrived. Subject line, they're calling it a heart attack. It wasn't, I replied.
Mete found me at a cafe in the rain. His grandfather was 78 and swam every morning. Hearts, he said, don't just stop. He showed me the villa, curtains drawn, the study locked from the inside, the key still in the door. His grief was real, but behind it something sat still, guarded. I took the case. I also noted he was hiding something. The villa held its silence. Cardiac arrest. Officially, the case was about to close, before I had stepped inside. Jenk stood at the door, sure of his answer. No case here, Umay. I told him I would only waste my own time. I stopped at the doorway. Empty chair, cold hearth, a single teacup. I read the room before I entered it. The key was turned from inside. Beside the keyhole, one thin scratch. Almost nothing. Genuinely impossible, or designed to look that way. I lifted my camera. 6 photographs. Teacup, pill bottle, organizer, tea gift, framed photo, desk calendar. Each held the same weight. The pill bottle lay open. Tablets spilled across the desk. Almost uniform. A few sat a shade darker than the rest. A 7-day organizer. Wednesday's compartment open. Beside it, a tea gift, ribbon loose, a card half-tucked, to the man who taught me everything. The framed photo was Mate's father, Jihan, dead 20 years. A car accident. Rolf never spoke of it. I asked, guilt or grief? Everything you need is already on this desk. Look before they tell you. I meant it for myself, too. His phone calendar held one entry, 2 days before he died. 3 p.m. lawyer. Change everything. The word everything sat there. I stood in the center and let my eyes turn. Door, organizer, tea box, Jihan, calendar. A hypothesis began. I kept it to myself. 6 people sat in a grand sitting room. None of them looked at each other. I watched them not watching. Yasemin, the young second wife. Black, well-dressed grief. A guarded glance at her phone. The grief was performed. The phone was not. K-Rem, the protege, the only one who met my eyes, with a warm, sorrowful smile that arrived half a beat too late. Nadir, the business partner, sweating through his collar in a cool room, twisting expensive cufflinks, money written in every crease of his face. Salim, 20 years in the house, he had always filled the prescriptions. He trembled setting down a tray nobody touched. Eileen, the estranged daughter, disinherited, standing apart. The only person in the room not sweating, a small pharmacist's pin on her lapel. She slipped away while the others sat. I followed at a distance, quiet, unhurried, and let her not notice me. She stopped before Jihan's photograph. Her brother. Her hand almost touched the glass. She did not know I was watching. Her grief was not about a will. And Mate, he had been here that week. He could not look at the study door. Why hire me if you already knew? In my notebook, 6 names, no marks yet. Everyone in this house was lying about something. The question was, which lie was murder? Demir, the journalist, was at the gate with his smile. He always stopped reading at the first easy answer. I told him so. Dedham held a slide to the light, officially his heart, but the digoxin in his blood at time of death was 3 times lethal. She slid me a graph, not a spike, a stepped incline, 3 days, small daily increases, patient, pharmaceutical, not amateur chemistry. In my notebook, 3 days, daily access, knows the curve. Below it, who refills? It was never one night. 2 nights before. Ralph at his desk, the spreadsheets open. Someone had been stealing from him, and the numbers had just given it away. From the bottom drawer, a folded report. Accident, Jihan Demirhan. Closed 20 years ago. The signature at the bottom, Ralph's own. In his calendar, 3 words, change everything. On the phone, tomorrow I said it right. 4 glimpses, no faces, a silver car leaving, a cup lifted, a cabinet closed, the organizer clicking shut. 4 hands, 1 is grieving, not guilty. 3 are hiding something, 1 is killing. I gave you what I had. Yasemin showed me her phone, messages, intimate, none of them to Ralph. She wanted his money, not his death. She needed him alive. Nadir spread his loan papers across the desk. Every line of debt traced back to Ralph. He needed that old man breathing more than anyone. Salim wept and showed me a pension document signed 3 weeks ago. He had filled the medicine until last month. Eileen had taken over. Mete went pale and pulled out a bank notification, overdrawn. He had come that week to ask for money. They had fought. He left angry. He came back the next morning. They drank tea. Ralph said the money did not matter. I believed him, but I did not clear him aloud. Sevda Hanım, an old friend of my family. I passed her balcony. I asked about Ralph's villa. She told me what her evening walks had given her. A silver coupe pulling away from the gate the night he died. Kerem's car, at an hour he swore he wasn't there. 2 nights earlier, a taxi at the same gate, a woman stepping out with a chemist's bag. She gave no name. From the cafe terrace, the water held gray. I let the names settle. Most needed him alive. 2 did not, Kerem and the woman with no name. I laid 2 things in front of Kerem, the K card and a photograph of his car at the gate, his face fractured. The gift was kindness, the timing was murder. He confessed. The money he had taken, the visit he had hidden. But he swore. He had left Ralph alive in that armchair, breathing. I named 3. The wife who would lose everything in a divorce, the thief about to be exposed, the grandson, here, in debt, and angry. He was not killed in that locked room. The lock was theater. He was killed 3 days before, small doses, every day, by a hand that held his medicine. Not Kerem, not Mate. I turned to Eileen. She had found the accident report. She had read whose hand closed it. You came for something older than a will. Days before, she had filled a new organizer, compartment by compartment. Let me take care of it now. Baba. Ralph slid the old report across the desk. He had known for 20 years. He had been the one to close it. At the cabinet, no rage. She replaced the tablets, one by one. She had begun days before. She did not stop. Yasmin, affair, Nadir, debts. Salim, loyalty, Kerem, left him breathing. The woman in the taxi was Eileen. Only her hand had held his medicine for 3 days. Eileen looked at me, unflinching. One tear she did not wipe. He wanted to die forgiven. I let him die knowing what he was. Eileen walked out into the blue light, without resistance. Mate asked me if it ever got quieter. I told him no, but it gets clearer. As I gathered Ralph's papers, a business card slipped free. Black and gold. 3 interlocking forms. I had seen it before. In my father's file.